Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I ran out in the morning and I got what I think is one of the most exciting holiday releases so far, at least in my opinion, and that is the new Patrick Ta, and I believe this is his holiday release, Blush Trio. Here's the shades, absolutely stunning. I always wanted to try his blushes and I never got around to it. I probably have a few of them saved in my likes for Sephora. And when I saw this blush palette come out, I said, this is perfect. Sometimes it's always a good thing. It's, you know, a good thing when you just don't run out and buy something right away. I think this is like a well curated palette. And I saw a couple of people, only two people, one Makeup Crazy actually directed me or directed all of us to somebody's YouTube channel. I think Glow by Diamond did a review of it. And then this morning, Babs Beauty, who is a YouTuber that I follow and I really like Babs a lot, she was able to get her hands on it. And I went into my Sephora and asked them for it, and they just sort of were like, yeah, no, I don't think we have that. And then I told them that I wanted to do a video. I wanted it for myself, obviously, but I also wanted to do a video. And I said, I know it's a little hard to get. It's not, I don't even see it on the website. They went in the back. They had a box unopened of Patrick Ta products. And the gal came out with one of them, and I was so excited. So really excited to get this. I took some notes on it before I went ahead and came on here to do the video. So it retails for $58. It is limited edition. It says that on the box. His other blushes, I believe, are $34 each. I didn't look at the gram weight. I probably should have done that, but I want to say from the other video that I saw, I don't think it was off by much. I definitely think you're getting more product than you bargained for on this. He says to put the cream on top, apply with fingers or a sponge, and then you do the powder blush with obviously a brush. It is made in the USA. He describes it as from playful to provocative and also vibrant. So going back to the shades here, before we do an application. So this shade here is called She's Baked. The one in the middle is She's Vibrant, definitely apropos. And then the pink is She's a Doll. So it's got his usual beautiful rose-colored aesthetic, the shiny component. The cream shades have the little lift-up tab here to cover the cream products. And one thing that I found out today from the manager of my Sephora is she said that Patrick Ta lived in Arizona for a while, and that he does go to the Scottsdale store pretty often. So I live closer to Gilbert, so I went to the Gilbert store, but I didn't know that. I believe he lives in Los Angeles now, but I do know that from what the manager told me that he did live here for a while. So I thought that was a little cool piece of information about Patrick Ta, a little personal information. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the application and see how these perform. As you can see, this is brand new. I've not tested it. I'm testing it with you on camera. So I'm going to get a clean sponge. And I think what I'll do is I'll test, a shade on each side. So let's start out with this pinkest one here, which is She's a Doll. And so we'll put some with the fingertips. I do know that these are very pigmented, so just blending it in a little bit with the sponge so you can see that I really didn't put that much on. Let's just take a little bit on the sponge and see what happens here. Okay, so that definitely added some more color when I did it with the sponge. And I'm just kind of just placing it right at the top of my cheek here and then pulling it back. So I think you could certainly go, you know, you could definitely build this, which is nice. So that's how we're doing with that one. Now for the powder, I'm going to go in with a Refer 5 brush. I've said I'm a fan of these brushes if you've watched my other videos. And we're just going to pick up a little bit of the powder. You can see it on there. And now we're just going to go over. And this is sort of like a unique application to Patrick Ta. That he says to do the cream first and go over it with the powder, which is kind of counterintuitive to most of us, but that's what he recommends with his products. So I just kind of went over that, and you can see how much more that sort of bumped up that shade. Okay, so let's do the other side. Let me grab another clean sponge. And now let's go in with this She's Vibrant shade. And again, I'll take some on my finger. There's how that shade is looking. It's very pretty. Oh yeah, now I can see. I can see that it definitely picked up a lot more there. So you can see this one is brighter, like sort of like a doll, right? Like the doll pink. And this one is vibrant, but very similar. Very similar in shade. This one is just a little bit pinker. Beautiful. I mean, both of them are very pretty. Let me go ahead and clean off my Refer number 5 brush and get this other shade off here. And now I'm gonna dip into that one, and you can see that pink there. And now we're just gonna, oh wow, look at that. Wow, that's definitely the right shade name for this. It's very pink. This is very pink, but very pretty. I probably would kind of tone that down a little bit for me. I think it's really nice. I mean, I think you could probably do this shade and just do a really low-key sort of, you know, makeup look. I don't think you could do like full glam and then put this one on. I think it would be too much, but yeah, so that's how that's looking. I'm gonna wipe this side off now, and I'm gonna just clean up. You could see that coming off here, and then I'm just going to try the other shade. I think it's She's Baked. And I'm going to go in with this Dior Airflash that I've been using. I always put it on the back of my hand, and then just so I can like fix my makeup here, and we can get a true representation of the next shade. Okay, let that dry down for a second. So far, I think this palette is so beautiful. There's that She's a Doll again. We took off the other shade. I would say for the She's Vibrant, that middle one that I did, I would either just do the cream or the powder. For me and my skin tone, because I think it's together. I think they're a little too much for me personally. It was almost a little too bright. Let's see how this She's Baked looks. I think that's enough time for that to dry down. Okay, so let's go in with She's Baked now. And you can kind of see what that looks like. It's almost got like a purple undertone. Oh, this is really pretty too. Now this is definitely more toned down. If you're into like a more toned down blush, I'm just gonna take off. What was on that Refer brush, and I'm just gonna put a little bit more of this. I am not a makeup artist, I'm just a makeup enthusiast. And so you can see just, you know, how a lay person would apply this. Okay, I'm gonna dip into the She's Baked now, which is this one right here on the end. Wow, that has a lot of pigment too. It's showing up really dark on camera here. I can definitely see that. Because it doesn't look like that when I look in the mirror, but when I look in the camera, it does. So this is also very vibrant. So there's the first one. Again, I'll tell you what, I think what bumps these up is the cream. I think this is another one that you would have to be careful with in terms of, you know, the pigmentation. Either I would probably do either or, again, either the cream or either the powder. But the pigmentation is there. You can see that. Let me do a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit of highlight on. I'm going to use the new Jacqueline highlight that I got in Iced. And let's see how it plays with highlight. Oh, wow. I'll tell you what, this Jacqueline highlighter is beautiful. I like it way more than I thought I would. But I like a real punch to my highlight, so. Okay. So you could see how it plays with highlight on both sides. I like this shade though, and like I said, unfortunately it's not showing up as nice as it does when I look in the mirror here, but that's the nature of video. Anyway, so that's the palette. I think this is a stunning palette. I mean, you can buy one of his blushes for $34 or $35, or you could get all three of these for $58. The aesthetic is beautiful. Of course, you get your fingerprints all over it, but, you know, whatever. I still like the aesthetic of it. It's beautiful. So this is a home run for me. I think this is a beautiful palette. I'm going to enjoy using it. I know. I think it's just gorgeous. And I think he did another really good job on his release here. So I did see that it's limited edition. I think certainly try to get it at your Sephora if you can. I didn't even see it on his website when I looked yesterday, so it could be on there today. But, you know, I did have to ask, and they went in the back and got one for me at my Sephora. So what else is on my face? I went really low-key today. I did Danessa Myricks on my eyes. The shade is Ballerina. These are fun because they're like quick and one and done. Well, you could use them on your eyes, your cheeks, or your lips, but I did it on my eyes. On my eyeliner, I use this ColourPop one from the Cabana collection. For mascara, I did the Sky High by Maybelline. I think this is a great drugstore mascara. Definitely an appropriate name for it. I use the Dior Airflash for my foundation. I use the Lip Cheat Charlotte Tilbury I always forget the name of this Pillow Talk. I don't know why that's like a mental block for me. Then I went in with Patrick's Cream Liquid Lip. She's independent. I tried to use as much Patrick Ta as I could. I don't have a lot of products from him. And then for my gloss, I did Patrick Ta. She's expensive. For my bronzer, I also did Danessa Myricks. I love this bronzer. You could see how much I've used it. It's a cream to powder, and I just used the lightest shade that she has, and I'm really a fan of this. I actually am a fan of her line. I think it's great. But anyway, Patrick was the star of the show, so like I said, I tried to use as much as I had of his products today, and I think this is fantastic. And I also think, at least in my opinion, that this will work on most skin tone, maybe even all. I mean, you saw how pigmented this is. So, if you are very light skinned, like I said, you might want to go with either the powder or the cream. If you do layer it as he suggests, then I would say go very lightly. If I had a lot of time, I would probably kind of powder this side down a little bit. It's a little too much for me, but that was my error in how much I put on, and just to demonstrate the pigmentation of the palette. So anyway, guys, good luck. I hope you're able to snag this one. I think it's beautiful. And I think you'll really enjoy it. At least that's my opinion. So it's a home run for me. Anyway, thanks for, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'd really love to have you as a subscriber. Please please leave a comment. Are you going to get this? Are you excited about it? I'd love to hear from you. So thanks for stopping by and watching, and I hope you enjoy your day.